So I enjoyed Don's piece. We were drawn to similar parts. This is called Open Letters. 1. An open letter to Amy Schumer's vagina. Dear Amy Schumer's vagina, I'm about to write a letter to Amy, and I will forward you a copy. I imagine you are feeling mortified about the things she has said about you. Perhaps she has said them to your face. She clearly isn't saying them behind your back. She has said them on stage, right in front of you, and thousands of people, and this invective has been further disseminated on Netflix. She also has a book out with Simon & Schuster where she repeated these things about you. She must know you can read. You are not an idiot. Anyway, I don't want to embarrass you further. I just want to say that I feel for you and that I am sorry that some people can be so mean. People to whom you are so close, you feel as though you are a part of them, which in this case you actually are. The world is unfair, and it can be especially unfair to vaginas, but take solace in the knowledge that some of us know that the things that Amy Schumer says about you can't possibly be true. Sincerely, John S. Hall. 2, open letter to Amy Schumer. Dear Ms. Schumer, it was an experience getting to know you a bit through the pages of your book, and I wish to thank you for your candor. I have never in my life said TMI, too much information. I'm not about to start now. I am happy to hear about anything anybody wants to say, and generally speaking, I respect your in-your-face approach. And this part on pages 251, 252, where you talk about your vagina, it was really in my face. You really rubbed my nose in it, while at the same time indicating that it is perhaps one of the last places in the world where I would want my nose to be. Maybe I can sort of relate. I have a fairly ambivalent relationship with my genitalia too. But when someone is being picked on, my inclination to help tends to emerge. My MO is to defend the downtrodden, and in your book, nothing is more downtrodden than your vag. So one part of me, not my penis, wants to rise to the occasion. I said not my penis, and come to your vagina's defense. Although another part of me, also not my penis, feels I should stay out of it, by which I don't mean that I feel I should stay out of your vagina, although coincidentally that is how I feel, and I'm sure the feeling is mutual. I just mean that it's your vagina, far be it from me to come between the two of you, but you opened the door and I'm walking in. First, I want to say, I feel bad for your vagina. The things you have said about it are just plain mean. Some of the things you have said about your vagina are worse than some of the things I have said about Trump, so that's fucked up. But I also want to push back on your claims. I am an old man, like the guy you once went on a blind date with for an Amy Goes Deep segment about professional matchmaking. I was born when Eisenhower was president. I've been going down on women since the Carter administration, and I have never, on any vagina's worst day, encountered one that smelled anywhere near as bad as you say yours does on its best day. So color me skeptical. I'm wondering if maybe it's one of those psychological things where you set it up like it's a crime against humanity so that when someone does go down there, he says, oh, it's not that bad at all. It's actually kind of nice, or at least not awful, like the way I like to talk about how small mine is, so that then usually I hear something like, oh, it's not that small. This is actually a nice size. I can work with this. I understand that routine, and if that's what you're doing, fine, I get it. And if so, maybe you've already let your vagina in on it, in which case I'm completely wrong about this, and your vagina doesn't feel bad at all, in which case perhaps my work is done. I'm not the type to beat a dead horse, whether it smells like a dead horse or a live goat. But I still feel a little uncertain and unfinished and tentative, so I'm going to write one more letter to your vagina, and then I'll stop, I promise. 3, Dear Amy Schumer's vagina, again. As I was just saying to Amy, it occurred to me that it's entirely possible that you already know that she isn't serious, that she's running some kind of good cop, bad cop routine or an expectations management game or some shit, and that you are in on it. In which case, please forgive this intrusion, disregard my previous letter, and I will leave you to it. Thanks.
John S. Hall. Thank you, John.